I love drifting, I just don't know how to. What's up guys, Alex here, and today's video is gonna be a bit different, but exciting nonetheless. Since this channel is about pretty much everything a car guy does, and it's way too cold outside at the moment to work on the R34, I'm gonna show you how I went about setting up my sim rig. I've never actually drifted in my life, but I would really like to learn how to. And since friends have been telling me, as well as from what I've seen on the internet, that even pros do it to train, I was sold. Let's get started. I started by just grabbing leftover steel I had laying around, as well as ordering some more after I had my platforms for the seat and pedals built. I figured out all dimensions, cut everything to length, drilled a million holes for adjustability, and capped off all of the ends before welding everything into the right place. I ground down the welds, and a liquid primer later I had a fairly solid structure at my disposal. But let me quickly run you through my thought process and the experience of what sim hardware should be bought. I do not claim to know everything about this topic, nor do I claim that my setup is the best there is, unlike everyone else on YouTube. Before knowing too much, I had already purchased a Logitech G920 and I thought it was actually great, until a YouTuber called Kametric mentioned in one of his videos that gear-driven steering wheels are not ideal for drifting due to the force feedback having a tiny bit of a delay when transitioning. Meaning you have to essentially throw the wheel around to the other side in order for you to transition properly. He recommended going for a belt-driven setup for a more natural drifting feel, which is what I wish I would have known from the start. So that's why the 920 has gone back to Amazon. A popular YouTube drifter called C Toretto has been drifting for ages on a Thrustmaster TX, as well as a TS-XW more recently. Both of them are belt driven, with the TS-XW being a tiny bit newer and has a bit more torque. So I was on the fence between the Fanatec CSL Elite, which is their entry-level lineup, and a Thrustmaster setup. I ended up going with the Thrustmaster setup because I believe it to be a better value over the Fanatec entry level. I purchased the TH8A shifter, the TS-XW base, and the T-LCM load cell pedals. I also 3D printed an adapter so I can run my own steering wheel and don't have to shell out for that too. Unfortunately, I had to modify it by adding a couple of screws so the layers are not delaminating. But I've already ordered an injection molded adapter that should avoid me having the steering wheel ripped off the base after a less than gentle wall tap. First I installed my own P-wheel, but since has been swapped out for a replica Vertex wheel you can get cheap off like AliExpress. I added a generic handbrake off Amazon and welded my rig for $50 worth of steel. I know this is a long shot from being completely budget friendly, but if you get instead the TX base together with the standard T3PA pedals, that is the best entry-level drifter sim setup I can come up with. The TX base is substantially cheaper and has 4 Nm torque versus the 6 Nm on the TS-XW. However, I've seen people to tune their force feedback down because you don't need that much for drifting. 4 Nm should be plenty. To put it in perspective, the Logitech steering wheel has only 2 Nm. You can also save a couple of bucks by going for the regular pedal set, because you don't exactly need a load cell for drifting. I'm pretty happy how it turned out, as the dimensions are perfect for me, and when I say it's sturdy, I mean it. We're talking 3mm thick steel, which is likely to be overkill, but hey. The game of choice will be Assetto Corsa due to its massive modding scene, especially for drifting. The community continues to develop and update mods even 7 years after its original release. In order to get Assetto Corsa up to standard, you will have to get the base game plus the JDM pack, Content Manager, Custom Shader Patch, and Soul. I'll be linking the essential AC drifting guide in the description for you to have a look. It explains how to go about setting everything up. There are tons of popular mods like the Horizon or the Natural mod that further enhance the look of the game. Personally, I'm currently looking into Reshade, which is used to create some of the best looks AC has to offer. Let's get driving. The first day of driving was terrible. I didn't get a single corner right. I literally went to bed being upset. The clips you see here was after 2 days of driving, which was me messing up about every second corner. It was demotivating to say the least. Anyway, I've been at it for a little more than a week now and I'm pretty happy with how I'm progressing. I'm still not that good, but let me show you my latest practice run. And if that still didn't convince you, you should know there's countless more possibilities in Assetto Corsa. This has to be one of my favorites. The Shutoku Revival project rebuilt the majority of the motorways around Tokyo, meaning you can take out your R34 for a night cruise or street racing anytime you want to. Just listen for a bit.